Hello students, so today we are going to begin with the next chapter of your syllabus, and the name of the chapter is Seven Sisters. This chapter is really very interesting because it is going to give you the information regarding various states which are around Maharashtra, which are in India. So we are going to learn about various states, and these states are sharing the borders with each other, and that's why they are called as Seven Sisters. So let's see what are these seven states, and we are going to learn in depth about them. Seven Sisters. Hello everyone. Have you guessed who we are? We are the seven sisters of Northeast India. Still unexplored, isolated territories. Unexplored means most of the peoples have not traveled to these places because it is quite difficult traveling to Northeast India, as that climate is really very cold, and it is difficult to travel in the mountainous regions. So these are the territories which are not explored much. So unexplored. Most of you and the rest of the world are not knowing much about us. Our sister Sikkim lies to the north, but we seven sisters are contagious to each other. Contagious means we share border with each other. We are close by, we are nearby each other. We are famous for our natural beauty, lush forest. Lush means nice, dense forest where a lot of trees are seen. Wild animals as well as colorful costumes. Traditional jewelries, exotic flowers means the flowers which are really very unique and different are and variety of flowers are seen, and our unique dance and music. Nature lovers have designated our whole area as one of the world's biodiversity hotspots, means it is very beautiful and tourists are attracted to this place. Now we will introduce ourselves one by one. Students, listen carefully and understand these states, what kind of food these people eat, what kind of tradition and culture they follow, and what are the festivals they celebrate. So let's begin. So let us begin first with Arunachal Pradesh. Hi, they call me land of rising sun, the land of dawn lit sun. I am Arunachal Pradesh. My people are simple and hospitable, means they are friendly. They belong to many tribes speaking their own languages. Their diet is largely made up of rice and fish, meat, and many green vegetables. And a popular dish is momo. Everyone knows the dish momos, right? We have seen a lot of time that it is a white covering filled inside. It is either veg or non-veg filling, stuffing. So it looks kind of steamed modak. So it is very famous in Arunachal Pradesh. It is one of a special dish in Arunachal Pradesh. Steamed buns with meat or vegetable stuffing. I am a nature lover's heaven. Heaven means a place which is really beautiful. So nature lovers love this place. My land is spotted with monastery. Monastery is a place where monks live. These are the people who are devoted to God. They live here. So this Arunachal Pradesh has a lot of monasteries, lush green forest, lakes, waterfalls, and deep river valleys. In my limestone caves, known as Tapenuru, and forest reserves, you will find a great variety of wildlife. You must take it a point to visit the 400-year-old Buddhist monastery at Tawang and enjoy the cultural festivals at Zero. Don't miss the Nambafa Tiger Project. You are also welcome to the many wildlife sanctuaries and national parks where you may see rare animals, birds, and plants. I am also home to India's first orchid sanctuary. So now this was the first state, this was the first sister Arunachal Pradesh, which we learnt right now. We learnt about what the people eat, what type of culture they have, what are the tourist attractions which we have to see in Arunachal Pradesh. Now let's move ahead with the second sister, Assam. Assam. Friends, I am Assam, also known as Aham. You will find my land between the beautiful valleys of Brahmaputra and Barak River. They call me the gateway of seven sisters. My people are very hospitable, very friendly. If you come here and you enjoy the cuisine are the various type of dishes which are served in the state, which has its own distinctive means very special and different aromas, flavors. Aroma is smell which comes from beautiful smell which comes from the dishes. So aromas and flavors. I am known for my artistic heritage. Artistic heritage means the art in this country is very beautiful, it is old, it is ancient, and it is great. Exotic, beautiful dance and different type of dance forms, and elegant temples, beautiful temples. The rivers ensure that my territory is lush and fertile, with wetlands, orchids, tea estates, and scenic forest and parks. Kaziranga National Park and Manas National Park are world's heritage site. My picturesque landscape, picturesque means we call it as picture perfect landscape, beautiful sceneries of golden green rice fields and landscape tea estate is awesome to behold. It is something worth watching. And you know, Assam tea lover is world famous. The Brahmaputra is Assam's lifeline because it provides water and fertile land to the farmers. The land is also rich in petroleum, natural gas, coal, limestone, and other minerals. My hand woven silks are exquisite with natural colors and designs. They say our women weave fairy tales on their looms. Looms are the place where the silk threads are turned into saris. Assam silk fabric, eri, muga, and pat are most famous silks in the world's fashion. I am known as the land of fairs and festivals. The major festival of Assam is Bihu. Cane and bamboo are inseparable part of my life. As souvenirs, you can take home Jappi, traditional sunshade and mask. Don't forget to visit Aham's palace. So, souvenirs are the gifts which we take back home. When we visit somewhere, we take some gifts for our relatives and friends, right? So, those gifts are called as souvenirs. We take it as a memory of that place. So Assam is again a one of the most beautiful place. The festival celebrated here is Bihu. It is silk is famous all over the world. Brahmaputra river is lifeline of Assam. So there are many main and important points which have been pointed out in this part. So now let's move ahead with the next sister, Meghalaya. Hello friends, I am Adobe of Clouds. Adobe of Clouds means there are, as this place is situated in the mountainous region, you can see a lot of clouds around. Meghalaya. My capital is Shillong, is called as Scotland of East. It is so beautiful that it is named as Scotland of East. It is called as Scotland of East because of its highlands, fog, and scenery. My people speak English. Khasi, Far, and Geru. I am overwhelmingly beautiful. Overwhelmingly means really very, very beautiful. And everything here is impossibly green and alive. The rolling mists in the valleys and the undulating hills, numerous lakes, waterfalls, caves, sacred forest. Sacred means really beautiful, treasured, and which are kept very nicely. Exotic flora and fauna are fascinating, means really beautiful, and they are all very important for our natural heritage. You know that forests provide us with a lot of medicines, right? So it is really very important, it is treasured, and it is fascinating, beautiful. Here, zoom or shifting cultivation is practiced even today. I have lovely mountains with stretches of valley and highland plateaus. The rock formation here contains rich deposits of valuable minerals like coal, limestone, uranium, and Siliminate. I have many rivers. Please come to see Cherupunji, Mosi Naram, the wettest place on earth. You can enjoy the forest and sacred groves. Groves means forest plants. Sacred groves means the plants which are treasured. I boast several national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. Friends, you would be amazed to see the Krem Liat Pra, which is the largest cave here, and Sairang Pamyang, which is the deepest cave. You can enjoy the panoramic view of Bangladesh from here. Do come to this place for the Pine Fresh Mountain State during the Vangala festival in autumn. So this is all about the state Meghalaya. Now let's move ahead with the next sister, Manipur. Hey, I am the fourth sister, Manipur, the jewel land. I am proud to be jewel of my mother India. I am also known by my nickname Kangliapak and Sanalibak. My capital is Imphal, where you can see the Sislest velodrome Many of people belong to Methi ethnic group and speak Methi Manipur language. I have the credit of introducing polo to the Europeans. My people's staple diet consists of rice, fish, large variety of leafy vegetables, both aquatic and terrestrial. But our cuisine is so different from the rest of India due to use of various aromatic herbs and roots that are peculiar to my state. Peculiar to my state means they are grown only in that particular state. Blessed with an amazing variety of flora and fauna, I am home to be the host of rare endemic plants. These are the plants which are seen only in this particular state and not in rest of the world. And animal life here. A treat for the eyes is the Kebul Lamjau National Park, an adobe of rare and endangered species of brow antlered deer. This brow antlered deer is really very special and it is endangered. It is not seen in any other country or any other state because this deer is a dancing deer. This deer is only found in Manipur, and the number and the population of these deers are continuously decreasing, so they are endangered. We have to save these animals so that the future generations can see these beautiful exotic animals. The ecosystem consists of 17 rare species of mammals. It is the only floating national park in the whole world. You should come to see the Lothak Lake and the floating islands. Our Manipur dance is one of the most famous acclaimed classical dances of India. The folk dance of tribal people captivated the beholders with their exotic costumes and simple but graceful rhythm. You should not fail to witness the Manipur's martial arts, Thang Ta and Sarit Sarak. So this is all about Manipur, one of the sister in seven sisters. It is really very beautiful. It has a lot of mammals, that is animals, different type of animals, and flora and fauna is also exotic, so it's worth watching. So next sister is Mizoram. Hello, I am Mizoram. Mizoram implies land of the hill peoples referred to as cookies. I invite you to see my lands of lush hills, sheer cliffs, serene lakes and waterfalls. Rolling hills stretches across hundreds of miles, and the plains and valleys are covered with the lush forest and thick bamboo groves. Green paddy fields, vineyards teeming with the diverse wildlife. My regret is that not many of you come to visit me. Well, traveling to Mizoram is little difficult, but it has its own reward. It is really difficult to travel in Mizoram as it is completely covered with the hills. It is on the hills. So the people, those who stay on the hills, are known as cookies. But then Mizoram is a state which you once travel, you are never going to regret. The natural beauty here is exquisite and must be seen to be believed. Unless and until you don't see it, you will not believe that it is so beautiful. My capital is Aizawl, and from its scenic location you can get captivating view of lush emerald Klong River Valley in the west and the Tuiriel River Valley in the east. The museum is the heart of the city. Zarquat portrays the culture of Mizoram with the splendid collection of costumes, artifacts and historical relics. The Palak Lake is the biggest in Mizoram and covers 30 hectares, 74 acres. Do you know that it is believed that the lake was created as a result of earthquake or a flood? Shempai, with its fertile vineyards, is known as the fruit bowl of Mizoram. I am also host to numerous species of birds, wildlife, and flora. You can visit the two national parks and six wildlife sanctuaries here. Mizo is official language and most widely used language in Mizoram. So next sister we are going to study is Nagaland. Hello, I am Nagaland, one of the smallest state of India, also called as Switzerland of East. You can imagine why it is called as Switzerland of East, because it is really very beautiful. Here we have land of folklore passed down through the generations with music as an integral part of life. The exquisitely picturesque landscapes, the vibrantly colorful sunrise and sunset, lush and verdant flora makes my land unimaginably beautiful. The state capital is Kohima. The state is mostly mountainous. The mountain Saramati is the highest peak in the height of about 3840 meters, and its range from natural barrier between Nagaland and Burma. There are over 16 tribes and subtribes that inhabit my exotic hill states, each with its own unique, colorful, and intricately designed costumes, jewelry, and beads adorn them. Today, many of the young people have ventured into fashion designing, creating fabrics that blend our traditional motifs with modern appeal. Means the old tradition is only designed again by the people living in Nagaland in the modern look. So much so, I have become paradise for those who are into fashion designing. People refer to me as affluent fashion station of the East. My land is an ideal place for trekking, rock climbing, jungle camping, and offers limitless exploration possibilities in lush and verdant subtropical rainforest. Here we have an abundance of medical herbs too. I am known as the falcon capital of world. The great Indian hornbill is one of the most famous bird which is found here. Nagas by nature are lovers for fun and frolic here. Nagas are the people, those who live here. Life is one long festival in Nagaland. Dance and songs are the first part and parcel of our festivities. Most of our dances are performed with the robust rhythm. If you love the colorful life and appreciate the ethnic costumes and traditions with their unique songs, dances, festivals, you must definitely come to our Naga Heritage Festival, which showcases our cultural heritage. Do come and participate in our great Hornbill Festival. So let's move ahead with the next sister, Tripura. Hello, I am Tripura, the third smallest state in the country, bordered by Bangladesh to the north, south, and west. Tripura, three states. That is why it is called as Tripura, because three cities are involved in the Tripura. Also means near water. Some scholars also believe that the land was ruled in ancient times by a king named Tripura. So from there it emerged the name Tripura. My land has three distinct geographical zones. First, the hill range which runs from north to east. Second, the undulating plateaus land, and the third is low-lying alluvial plains. Many rivers nourish my land and sustain the activities of people. Chief among them are Gumti and Muhuri and Feni. Rice, cotton, jute, tea, tobacco, oil seeds are grown here. The Kokborok speaking Tripuri people are major groups among the many tribes and subtribes. Bengali and Manipuri people have coexisted in peaceful harmony in Tripura for generations. I am rather difficult for you to access because only one major road or national highway connects my land with the rest of the country. Agartala is my capital city. People come to visit me for ecotourism and archaeological tourism. My lush tea gardens and wildlife sanctuaries and my specially set up eco parks are great attraction. As are famous rocks carvings at Diotamura. The Nirmahal is gorgeous red and white water palace, empty but shimmering on its own island in the lake of Rudrasagar. People of all the communities and tribes participate in state festival like Garia, Durga Puja, Buddha Purnima, Kharchi, Paush Sankranti, Biju and Christmas. Come and visit me. You will be fascinated by rich cultural heritage. Beautiful palaces, wildlife sanctuaries, historical temples, palaces and museums. My folk dance will enthrall you and my people will welcome you with warmth and courtesy. So this is all about Seven Sisters. I hope you all have understood. If you have any doubt, you can message me and ask. Complete the assignment which is given up below this link. Thank you.